it's very interesting for me to watch the evolution of the Olympic windsurfing equipment. Slowly but surely, it's got more technical and ex more expensive and to the point and more dangerous to sail really to the point where it is now and I see most of the Olympic classes and the America's Cup heading this really expensive way and it really is for the elite.
Mm.
We just had the Moth World Championships in New Zealand
Yeah.
and those machines are amazing. They're so fast.
Mm.
They're incredible to watch. It really is a marvel to get up close and have a look at this equipment. And I just coached at the Wing Foil Nationals in New Zealand and coached Maya McDonald and Freddie, and to watch these guys get around the course and checking out the latest and thinking of the evolution of the equipment and their technique, and it was fantastic.
Yeah.
But it's miles away from what I can do.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of money, and I still want to be able to go racing
Mm.
and something. And I'm way too small for a laser,
Mm.
and lasers are quite expensive, and man, you have to work pretty hard to go that slow.
Mm.
And so I've looked at raceboard class. I've tried the foiling boards, but the rigs are too big and heavy. Hurts my back.
Yeah.
I'm about 70 kilos. And so when the windsurfer came up and it's working for me, I was like, wow, here it is. And I
Yeah.
think a lot of people had that realization. And so I'm fully behind it.
Yeah.
And I bought secondhand equipment from Claudio and I thrash it and I know that I can use very old equipment and be very competitive. I know that
Mm.
on the demonstration days I've had at Lake Pupuki, um, I'll be out with my equipment, but if somebody else is not going that well, I give them my equipment and I hop on their equipment and I tune it up a little bit and I can still beat them.
Yeah.
And that demonstrates to me and themselves what the sport should all be about, and that's sailor against sailor. It's
Yeah.
not about the equipment.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
about making do with what you have
Yeah.
and not thinking about how can I add this or change that. And in fact, during the last Waiheke event, it was quite interesting because I was super busy organizing and running it to the point where I didn't have time to rig up my equipment to go racing. And Josh Green came over, and without asking, he just rigged up my gear. And I turned around, and suddenly my equipment's rigged. And I didn't even have time to tune it or anything. And I just hopped on it and sailed on it, how he set it up, and it was just fine.
Yeah.
And
Well, Josh is no slouch, Bruce, is
yeah,
he?
it
Pretty
was
quick.
fantastic. And he
Yeah.
rigged his equipment different to how I rig it. But
Ah.
I thought, you know what? I'm not going to change anything. I'm just going to sail with it exactly like how he set it up and just try it, see how it goes.
Mm.
And learning how to tune and sail the equipment is really the most exciting part of the sport for me.
Yeah.